Well, we're here bright and early for a special reason.
Welcome to the first annual New Leaf News presents the Legends Clubhouse Leafy Awards.
Woo!
Woo! I need like sparklers or something.
Yo,
Woo, woo.
could you imagine when it's time to announce it and we just throw poppets in the air?
Yeah, or yeah, that would work. That would work. So, 2025, it's the last day of the year. And of course, we have around 15 awards to give out today, which are probably the most prestigious awards that one could receive.
Hmm.
I am Bobby Kaboose, as always, with my co host, Lawson Turner. We are so excited to be here today for our first annual Leafy Awards. Um, we have some amazing categories across sports, entertainment, gaming, all types of stuff.
Hmm.
So thank you for joining us here today. And I don't know how we're going to get into it, but we're going to get into it.
We have, as Mr. Kaboose said, we got a plethora of categories and some for goofs, some serious, but it's all
But
for
all of
fun, goofs, and
all of
excitement.
them will be honored.
Oh, it's a prestigious award.
It is. All right. Well, I guess we'll just dive right into the award show because we don't have a monologue. We don't have anyone getting slapped. Um, you know, uh, so um, we'll just dive right into 2025.
Hmm.
So the first award, the Why Was This Everywhere in 2025 award, and the nominees are Stranger Thing commercials, AI content, the 100 people versus one gorilla, and 6-7. 6-7. Who do you think is gonna win this, Lawson? Because there's
I don't
plenty of good.
know.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
either. Let me get the envelope out
Yeah.
and see who the winner is. And the winner of the very first Leafy Award goes to 6-7. 6-7.
I just want to go over this
6-7
category.
wins
I
the
just want to
award
go,
for Why Is This Everywhere.
dude, for the amount of Stranger Things commercials to AI stuff everywhere from, so. Because I remember when AI first started to turn the page and be like super mainstream when people were doing mixtapes and changing songs and things like that and having like AI covers. Then the 100 versus one gorilla thing that was everywhere that took social media by storm. But the 6-7 thing, it's just I still
It has a
had
life
to,
of its own.
huh?
It has a life of its own.
Didn't you say a couple shows ago that it was like a term or phrase of the year, word of the year?
Something like that, probably.
It's just insane.
And it
Just
means
to
nothing. It means nothing.
I thought it meant like this or that. Like I don't know.
I don't
Sure.
know. I have no idea.
Hmm.
I have no idea what these kids are speaking of. But yes,
Yeah.
6-7, gets
Win
our first Leafy Award of forever. They will
forever,
forever not be known as the first receiver of the Leafy.
and it's not even as if it's like a person they give it to. It's just a
Nope.
fucking number.
Yep, it's two numbers that come right in between 5 and 10.
Two that come between 5 and 10 is hilarious. So
You want,
we can dive into the next category. Yeah. Um,
yeah,
the
you
show
want to the next
the show that
award?
the show that made us say one more episode, not
Yeah.
two, not another season, just one more. The nominees were The White Lotus, Adolescence,
It,
Stranger Things, and Welcome to Dairy.
There's two of those four shows I have seen, two of those shows I have not.
I assume the two you have seen are the same two that I've seen. Welcome to Derry and Stranger Things.
Exactly.
I was looking into last night, and both of the other nominees look really interesting. Which it might be something
Well,
that I need
they
to.
were nominated.
They were nominated. It might be something to, if you need something to binge to start your 2026 and kind of live in 2025 for at least one more day. You might want to check out The White Lotus and Adolescence. But I am going to announce the winner, and I don't have a special envelope. I have a telephone device because we're not in the 70s. And the winner for the show that made us say one more episode is Stranger Things.
Hey, and
Which is
guess what?
funny
There is
enough.
one more
It's
episode.
funny enough because there is one more episode.
Yeah, there is one more episode, and the last episode was rated the worst of the entire series. So hopefully, the last episode lives up to its hype, and I'm sure Netflix servers. I hope they have enough power for tomorrow for people to be watching the Stranger Things finale.
It comes out
Um,
tomorrow.
yeah.
Wow.
So, all right. So, for all the heroes in 2025, the next category is the villains of 2025. Who was the biggest villain of the year? First nominee, speaking of Stranger Things, is Vecna, aka Henry, aka number one. If you watch the series, followed by a Pennywise of Welcome to Derry, Diddy of 50 Cent's The Reckoning, and Lex Luthor from the Superman movie. And the winner of the 2025 Leafy Award for Villain of the Year. Let's see. I got the envelope. Someone passed me the envelope. The winner is none other than Mr. Can't Stop, Won't Stop, Puff Daddy himself, A.K. Sean Combs, a.k.a. Diddy. Diddy is the 2025 Villain of the Year, and it's probably well deserved.
It's it's very famous or infamous, depending upon your stance with Diddy. It was so crazy when everything first started to come out, and before the documentary, and I'm sure us and people and the viewers, they talked amongst other people like, yo, this Diddy stuff is kind of wild. And me and some friends, when they first started to scratch the surface of it, and he got caught with 1,000 bottles of baby oil, and we were like, we as me and my friend group, we were like, it's not illegal to just get your freak on. However, he was diddling in some very interesting and not ideal things. But that's why you get nominated and win the Villain of 2025 Leafy Award.
I mean, he could have possibly won the Villain of the Year for the last 4 decades. So, after finding out, some stuff for the through the documentary,
Mm.
so congratulations or non-congratulations to Diddy for being the Villain of the Year.
It's great that we go from villain to this next category. This next category is heroes with 0 red flags, not one,
Zero
not even
red
one.
flag.
We've got the nominees are Will Byers from Stranger Things,
Yeah,
J-
definitely some red flags in there.
Jalen Hurts,
Definitely some red flags in there.
50 Cent,
Some red flags, maybe, depending on
and
who you are. And Superman.
Superman. Yep, and
Um, man,
all
the suspense is killing me.
there is a lot of suspense. And the winner for the 2025 Leafy Award for the hero with 0 red flags is none other than the hero with the red cape, Superman.
Yeah, I mean, he's the only superhero. If Will in Stranger Things, has some powers, but he's not as powerful as Vecna. Um, 50 Cent, he tried to be a hero with the whole Diddy documentary, which I don't for some reason I don't think we've heard the last of here today. And Jalen Hurts, hey, he won a Super Bowl. So the city of Philly probably thinks he probably should win this award, but it goes to the man of steel, Superman.
It's so funny because I remember when Man of Steel came out, and I was like, oh, so this is another Superman adaptation, and then nothing came of it. Literally, like there was. That's my biggest gripe when it comes to Superman movies. Is like they'll start out with a banger, and then it's like, okay, well they're gonna drop the ball and not do anything else with this, but you know.
I think Superman sucks. Like just as a superhero, I think Superman sucks. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he can do everything. Like, it's like, oh, like, he's got his kryptonite that can kill him or whatever. But it's like he can fly. He can has X-ray vision. He's got strength. He looks like a nerd. Like, I don't know. He just sucks.
He's he's
But he
he's
won a
almost
Leafy.
he's what?
He won a Leafy.
He did win a Leafy, and it's just one of those where if you were to close your eyes and just okay, what do you want in your superhero? Okay, I want super strength, I want super speed, I want to fly, I want X-ray vision. He just kind of checks all the boxes, including the Hero with No Red Flags award.
Yeah, and I guess his biggest red flag is just being a douche. Because it's like the kid like when you're playing in the backyard and like you're like, oh, I'm gonna play superheroes, and like they're like, well, I can do my superhero can do this and this and this and this and this, and they're like, well, what is your weakness? Well, I don't have one. Well, that's not fun then, because then you're just God.
It,
So cool,
it's
Superman.
it's
It's
really
cool,
like
Clark
the
Kent.
yeah, Clark
Yeah.
Kent. It's
So
that reminds me of the episode of South Park when they all get weapons and Butters ends up being Professor Chaos, and then he does I think Stan does whatever move to Butters, and he turns around with his cape and blocks it, and then Stan's like, "Hey kid, that knocks you down," and Butters is like, "Nuh, my cape is made of titanium alloy," and then Cartman's little fat ass is like, "Titanium alloy, my ass."
and then he ends up with see, that's what happens to those kids, because a throwing star will get wedged into your eye. That's what happens to those kids that think their superhero doesn't have any weaknesses.
Everybody's got a
Um,
weakness.
Everyone has a weakness. All right, so the next category at the Leafy Awards is the video game that took up all of our free time award. Now, the nominees for this category, I have never played any of them, so my free time was not occupied by these games. But the nominees are Assassin's Creed Shadows, Battlefield 6, Donkey Kong Bonanza, which would probably be my favorite, and Claire Obscure Expedition 33, which I didn't know was real. Let me grab my trusty envelope. Thank you, assistant. See here. And the winner is of the 2025 video game that took up all of our free time except for me. Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Tell me about this game. I have no clue what
This
this is.
this game was made by a super small team of French people, and what's also really cool about it is they used to work at, I think, Ubisoft. And when I say that super small team, super small budget, the budget was only $10 million. Now I say only 10 million, where when you look at a lot of the bigger gaming companies and stuff like that, they'll dump hundreds of millions of dollars into making video games. And this game, it damn near swept every award it was nominated for at the Game Awards. Um, it's not even it's not made by a AAA studio, which are your more predominant, like your Activisions or your
Mhm.
back when Bungie was making games and things like that. But when I saw, the nominees, I was like, okay, well, this should win in a landslide.
Yeah, okay, so I once watched a movie called Virus Shark that only cost about 3 grand. So I'm all about low budget and high reward because Virus Shark is an amazing
Hmm.
movie. So
One last tidbit about the game. He was literally looking up YouTube videos on how to like code game and stuff like that, and learning like people doing doing things at a DIY, and people after they completely took the gaming world by storm with this game. People were looking up when he was putting out Indeed applications looking for voice actors, and it was like it's crazy that a super small team that started out once again just in the palm of your hand ended up being one of the best games since in the past 3 5 years.
so what do you do? What's the object of the game?
Um, it's an RPG turn-based game, so you play as a character and you go through. I've never played it. I've had a lot of super close friends that have played it, and they're like, "This is top 5 game I've ever played." The combat is turn-based, so if you're not someone who enjoys turn-based games and things like that, it's a really in-depth story-based game. So if you're someone who wants to dive in and just fall in love with like, oh, this is my role, this is my player. The characters have a lot of backstory. I've heard it's it almost swept the Game Awards for a reason.
All right. So that is our video game of the year. Is Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Not Expedition 32 or 34, but 33.
33. And we have another interesting, very interesting category coming up. A comeback that had us Googling, wait, them award?
Yeah,
Like, if, some people say don't call it a comeback, but normally, more often than not, if
been here for
act.
years.
Huh?
I just finished the line of "Don't call it a comeback."
Yeah,
Been here for years.
been here for years. And many of these nominees have also been here for years. So the nominees are Diddy, Kim
Diddy,
Kardashian,
Kim
Shakira,
Kardashian, Shakira.
and the immortal Hulk Hogan.
Oh man, ooh, brother, what
And
you talking about?
and the winner for comeback that had us googling wait them was none other than, let me see the Pythons, the immortal Hulk Hogan, who is sadly no longer with us.
Brother. Yeah, Hulk Hogan sadly passed away back in what, September,
I think
somewhere
so,
around
yeah.
there. August, September, somewhere. Couple days after Ozzy Osbourne,
Which
and I
is,
mean he could have been nominated on this list as well.
mm-hmm.
Hulk Hogan didn't, he wouldn't even put Ozzy over in his last days, taking the attention off of the Black Sabbath legend and into the immortal Hulk Hogan. Um, and even before then he had his Real American Beer. He had Real American Freestyle coming out. He got booed out of the arena his last appearance on Raw. And it may have not have ended the best for the Hulkster, but he will never be forgotten.
Oh, 110%. For as long as wrestling will be around and wrestling's not going anywhere no time soon, it'll always be something to look back upon.
Hmm. Absolutely. Um, Yeah, Hogan was he was I mean, he was the first wrestling name to go mainstream, and back in my day when I was a child, 99 out of, or 900,999 people out of a million, if you ask them to name a wrestler, they would say Hulk Hogan. So he was larger than life at times, and There's of course controversy comes with him, and his legacy as far as wrestling fans will probably live on or should live on forever.
Hmm.
Uh, the next Leafy Award, the sports moment that had casual fans tweeting like analysts. The nominees are the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their first championship, Simone Biles with her epic comeback,
Hmm.
LeBron and his little boy playing together, which that sounds weird, or Jay Uso. It's just me, Oos, day one ish, winning the Royal Rumble. And let me get my trusty envelope. Thank you, assistant. Appreciate it. And the winner of the sports moment that had casuals like us tweeting like we were analysts goes to, and this is ridiculous. The winner is LeBron and his little boy playing basketball together. Um, my thoughts.
Yeah, it was. My thoughts. It's a culmination of this is like a modern day uh, King Griffey, the Griffies playing together, and the fact that they just the longevity of it, and I know how much you are a fan of longevity and people, playing for a long time. That who would have thought that this could have been even remotely possible due to the avoidance of major injuries to a consistent level of play that really shown me that damn near anything is possible, because not often do you see any athletes or most athletes play into their 40s, late 30s, early 40s, and the fact that he's played long enough to play with his son and they shared the same court on opening night. I don't know, just something about it was just so like, oh, it just warmed my heart.
When you only play 60 games in the regular season because of load management and you piss off a bunch of fans that buy tickets to think they're going to watch you, but you decide to sit and you're not Jordan and you do all these other things, yeah, I could see it happening because, you know, LeBron's
Well,
LeBron
yeah,
sucks.
well, yeah,
And
because Jordan
hey,
played into his 40s too.
I would rather I don't think he did.
That
I
was
don't
my
think he
point.
did. I know, but he also played every season that he played almost 82 games plus the playoffs.
Right.
So we don't, there was no such thing as load management. We can go, I can name 17 players off the top of my head that are better than LeBron. Including Mike Bibby, Charles Oakley, Patrick Ewing, Hakeem Olajuwon. Let's see. Um, Trying to get some more absurd ones like Andres Biedrins, Baron Davis,
Is this an award
Ricky
show?
Davis, all the Davises, huh?
I, I was missing. I'm like, is this an award show
It is.
and LeBron
Right.
and Bronny enjoyed the Leafy.
So some of the Leafies aren't as valued as others.
Wow. I thought all Leafies were equal.
Not when it goes to LeBron and his son.
It's funny. Well, so the next category, and there could have been a slew of teams to be nominated for this award. The award is the team that should have been given out free tickets award. So
Yep.
this show is not just all about the big guys and winners. It's also about teams that blow. So the nominees for the four nominees that made the list: the Utah Jazz, the Las Vegas Raiders, the New York Jets, which it's hilarious after getting blown out this past weekend, and the Colorado Rockies. And the winner of the 2025 Leafy Award for the team that should have been giving out free tickets. I feel like this team's going to be nominated every year. The Colorado Rockies.
Man, what a shocker. Um, they were
What's their average
on
attendance? 2,000 people.
yeah, they were on pace to lose the most games in MLB history, which I think they avoided slightly, or maybe they got it. I don't know.
Yeah,
They
just
just suck.
narrowly.
I mean, if they didn't if they didn't play in Coors Field, um, where the beer flows like wine, um, I don't think anyone would attend, especially in the division that they are in with
Mm-hmm.
the almighty Dodgers, the competitive Padres, the competitive Giants, and the Diamondbacks are on the up and up. And it's a long season for those folks out in Colorado. So it makes sense that they got it over the two football teams because, hey, at least football, you only have to suffer through 8 home games, 8 or 9 home games, whatever it is. They keep adding games, so I don't know how many home games that people have.
Mm-hmm.
But and the Utah Jazz, I think we're the other
Yeah.
nominee. You know, when you're Mormon, you probably don't watch basketball, so there, there's
When you're Mormon, you don't watch basketball. It's funny.
that.
Yeah, though. But
Um,
oh,
anyway, shout out to Colorado Rockies.
interesting question. Do you think that they'll ever be like a dominant Cy Young pitcher play for the Rockies? Because they
Oh no,
play in
no,
cold.
no, not Cy Young. No, that Scooble should go to the Rockies and see.
The Scooble versus Coors match.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Um, the we're like flying through this.
Yeah, we are.
The next award is for the 2025 Leafies is the I Want Your Poster on My Wall award. Unfortunately, I was not nominated, because, I'm probably everyone's favorite poster on their wall. But the nominees are the Oklahoma City Thunder's own SGA, the Los Angeles Dodgers Shohei Ohtani, the golf phenomenon Scotty Scheffler, and the only reason people watch the W, Caitlin Clark. And let me get my envelope. Thank you. Let me see.
No peeking.
The winner is, hey, the girlfriend says Asians are superior for a reason. Shohei Ohtani comes away with the award of I Want Your Poster on My Wall. Deservingly so,
Mm-hmm.
Shohei Ohtani had the greatest baseball performance I think we have ever seen, with what, 4 home runs, 10 RBIs, 6 for 6 day. Um, I think he struck out 10 or something. I don't know. I don't know the numbers in front of me, but I know that, you know, as stupid as I sound saying just high numbers for one guy in one game, it actually happened. So,
Yeah,
Shohei
it's
Ohtani is the greatest baseball player on the planet. And, we've talked about this, and people have to, I'm going to pull out my D'Lo Brown impersonation, and people better recognize, that Shohei Ohtani is
mm-hmm.
the greatest baseball player on the planet.
It's gonna be really interesting if he ever like, because we've had this argument for a few months that you can give him the award unanimously damn near every year.
Yeah,
So what's it gonna take for somebody to like overtake him for to win an MVP?
right. It's like
60
it's like
home
as if
runs.
it's as if like a quarterback could play middle linebacker, and play both ways. I know
Hmm.
Travis Hunter does his best two-way addition, but it's nothing like Shohei Ohtani. He controls the game on the mound, and he's one of the, if not the most feared hitter in the batter's box.
Hmm. And he also steals bases too,
Yes,
which is,
he's got legs.
would you say he's got legs?
He's got legs.
I would hope he's got legs.
Hey, and like I said, Asians are just superior. I've faced the fact, and luckily I am Asian as well, so we're good.
The the fact that he isn't Shohei almost just took the entire MLB scene by storm. Even he was one of the two lone stars on the Angels, and it's like, oh well, this dude's talent is undeniable, and he's just been as dominant as he's ever been since I don't know how long the drive is, but going from Anaheim to LA.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it probably isn't too far of a drive.
Yeah.
Um, you know,
I
people
mean,
that uh people that go to Disneyland probably make that drive a lot.
right. Now to move on to the next category, we have the most disappointing season award. All of these teams came into the season, whether it be this season or last year's season, because of how their season ended, with high expectations to a certain extent. Now, the nominees are the Nashville Predators, who I talked a big game with their offseason acquisitions last year. The Atlanta Braves, who were damn near the best team in baseball 2 years ago, and crumbled. The Miami Heat, who have always just been middle of the pack despite their big market and expected I was gonna say the expectancy to be an upper echelon team, and the Detroit Lions, and that was amazing. And
Thanks.
the winner, I guess, or loser per se, of the most disappointing season award was the Detroit Lions, and it really breaks my heart because I remember when they were the cute team that knocked off the Chiefs on in Week 1 a couple years ago. And they marched their way all the way to the NFC Championship game and took a commanding 17-point lead at halftime, and then it all just kind of fell out from under the rug.
Now, we're the same old Lions of the 90s.
And
We
the
made the
80s.
playoffs a couple times, and then we suck, and then we got to rebuild. The people are surprised that the Lions had made the playoffs 6 times in the 90s, but it seems very eerily similar to then. We have a dynamic running back we had a dynamic running back then. We made it to the NFC Championship, lost in the 90s, lost in that, and now. It's going to be interesting on how they retool, restructure, and who they bring back, who they decide to sign. They got to find money somewhere, so Goff is going to be getting restructured. I feel like there's going to be some retirements that are going to affect, our roster, and we'll see how hopefully a last place schedule looks next year. Hopefully, we'll be facing those Browns and just all the shitty teams.
Give them the bums.
Raiders, give us the Raiders, give us the Browns. We can maybe go 14-3.
Hopefully.
Or, even if we lose every game in the division, like we were 1-5 this year because I'm counting the Bears this week as a loss. So even hopefully we'll go 1-5 in the division next year, but be like 12-5 and still make a playoff spot.
A man can hope and a man can dream, but
I know.
From one fan to another, watch out for the Browns. They're mean.
You can hope in one hand and shit in the other and see which one fills up first.
Did you just come up with that?
No, I heard it. I heard it on a podcast that they say it once in a while.
Aww.
But it is,
It is one interesting thing to wish or do. And an interesting analogy. That's what I was looking for. Analogy.
Yeah.
So,
all right. So the next category is for the 2025 Leafy Awards is the MVP moment of the year. And the nominees are LeBron and his stupid son sharing the court. John Cena winning his 17th title. Shohei Ohtani, we mentioned 3 home runs and 10 strikeout game. And the Joker with an impressive triple double, going 56, 16, and 15. Let me get the trusty envelope out and see who the winner is for the MVP moment of the year. And the winner is, this is kind of a shocker. Um, John Cena winning his 17th title, turning heel, and breaking Ric Flair's record, is the MVP moment of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, John Cena, the farewell tour, obviously was in 2025. The heel turn was amazing. It's going to go down in history as either 1A or 1B, however you look at it, as far as the greatest heel turns of all time, next to the immortal Hulk Hogan. Um, the execution of the heel storyline wasn't the greatest, but you got to give him his flowers for winning his 17th championship.
Do
The
you
never seen 17.
do you think anyone will ever break 17?
I think if it does, I think it is Orton. If Orton doesn't do it, I don't see anyone doing it.
Yeah,
Like
it's
it's longevity. It's, now I feel like title reigns are longer. Um, and I feel like you always have like the Kofi Kingstons, or you know enter said guy that has been in here, Jay Uso, that has been around for a while, that they're like, all right, we're gonna give you the nod and give you a title for 3 to 6 months. um I think there's a lot more of that going on instead of having just your 3 to 5 top guys in any era.
mm, almost choked me up right there. The importance of being the guy, because the only thing that I could think of when it comes to someone potentially, surpassing it, is being the guy for so long. And I feel like most, wrestlers and characters now, they kind of take swings.
Hmm.
Like there'll be one moment they're on top, next minute they're mid card to upper echelon. But the fact that the consistency of being an almost immediate mid carder for Cena, and then immediately being propelled into superstardom, I think has done him so much justice over the years, to the point to where you can really showcase him, and that he's just been the guy, and the fact that
Yeah,
he appears to be, besides his heel turn, just a awesome, cool person off of the off camera and outside the ring.
yeah, absolutely,
Hmm. Now,
absolutely.
we kind of did heroes earlier. This category is babyface of the year. Just your good guys who seem to win the hearts of fans and casuals across the whole world. So our nominees for babyface of the year, we just mentioned him: John Cena, Tyrese Halliburton of the Indiana Pacers, Cam Scatterboo of the New York Giants, and the Los Angeles Dodgers pitcher, reigning World Series winner Yoshinobu Yamamoto. And the winner for babyface of the year is none other than Yoshinobu whoop, Yamamoto. I dropped my
I I mean, I feel like it was between him and Scataboo.
mhm.
And again, we find out that Asians are superior. So Yamamoto, and he will be on Team Japan
Mhm.
for the World Series Baseball Classic. I feel like he's already on Team Japan with the LA Dodgers. But what a performance, in the World Series. He was a huge part of them winning the pennant. And
Like I
he
don't
kind of he kind of was brought on to the main stage, out of nowhere. It was kind of like what's his name, the Blue Jays pitcher, Trey Savage, or whatever his name is.
be a
I'm
savage,
probably
yeah. I think it's
yeah.
be savage.
Yeah, so Yeah, great option for babyface of the year.
It's also interesting too, because like I remember when the Dodgers first signed him, and a lot of people were like, "You're giving, how can you give him 300 and however many million, for someone who hasn't thrown a single MLB pitch yet?" And then for the performance that he had in the World Series, what was it? Two complete games and that 4 inning save, including extras, or two. It
Mhm.
was what, 3 innings? And just he's a freak, and I feel like if anyone um, was deserving of this, it was Yamamoto, just because he's just another one where he just won everyone over with damn near one performance, just like Cam Scadaboo, who uh, finished in second, from his performance against Texas in the playoff last year, to him being a later round pick for the Giants, and just seemed like a goofball on and off the field. It's really taking the fans by storm. A lot of fan
Yeah,
favorites.
and it's weird to say, but like with with Scadaboo being he's a hard-nosed back, a rare white running back that is a tough guy who gets the majority of the carries when he's out on the field.
Hmm.
Um, he proved that he's a tough son of a bitch, and people rally behind people that have motors. I mean, and don't take plays off. It seemed like he can be the heart and soul of that New York Giants team. But yeah, Yamamoto, he adds to the um, Dodgers dominance as far as being way above the rest. I mean, Toronto gave him the best shot, and the Dodgers are going to be here for a while.
Oh,
It's going to be hard to knock them off going back to back World Series for the first time in 20 plus years.
yeah.
So we had the baby face of the year. This next category is obviously the opposite, the heel of the year for the 2025 Leafy Awards, which I can't believe Sharon Moore is not nominated, but he was probably an honorable mention. The nominees for heel of the year go to Lane Kiffin, obviously, for dipping on his team while they're going to the playoffs. Nico Harrison, Jerry Jones, do I need to say any more? And SGA from the Oklahoma City Thunder. And thank you, assistant, again. And the winner of the heel of the year for the 2025 Leafy Award goes to none other than Nico Harrison, heel of the year. Why
It
don't you tell me a bit about the heel of the year?
So, in case you didn't know, he was the GM of the Dallas Mavericks that traded Luka Doncic. And he was just fired a couple months ago because of how, just how it's the second he traded Luka Doncic, it's like, okay, well, your job is eventually, he will not be employed for much longer. And it just makes me laugh, because when you look back on it, it's, you trade a potential all-time great who's 25, 26, and it's like, when you make the trade and trade up for Luka, you cross your fingers and pray that he is half as good as what Luka is. Like, there's a famous interview right outside of the stadium, a couple days afterwards, where fans were, the Fire Nico chants, where they were like laying Luka jerseys out like a shrine. And there was a passionate fan, talking on the local news about, he was supposed to have a statue here. And it's just one of those, when you acquire a talent that Luka is, and you trade him for damn near a bag of chips. Well, whatever's left of Anthony Davis, who I don't know is 5 years older and
Yeah.
not as good, but we'll see how they kind of lucked into the Cooper Flag sweepstakes, but it wasn't enough to save Nico Harrison's job.
Yeah. They do have Cooper Flag.
They do
I
have
mean,
Cooper Flag,
and
who
they have Anthony Davis.
yeah, who and eventually Kyrie Irving will come back later this year. But Cooper Flag has been the first couple weeks people were calling him Pooper Flag, and I'm like, damn, did this mean? But over the past 2-3 weeks,
I could think of something. I could think of something worse, but
uh,
yeah, that's mean.
that is mean. But over the past 3 weeks to the past month, he's been growing into his own and having performing a lot better. So I'm interested to see how he looks. But yeah, Nico Harrison, that is the consequences are massive for whenever you trade a face a franchise player at his prime.
And so the you have the honor of the sorry, the last award of the day.
The last award of the first annual Leafy Awards. To wrap it up with a bang. These are the teams that were in contention for champion of the year. We have the Philadelphia Eagles, the Las Vegas Aces, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and none other than the Los Angeles Dodgers. Now, I will open up. I guess my envelopes got stuck in the mail, dude.
Yeah, maybe. Damn
Maybe.
USPS.
Didn't you work for USPS?
No, I used to work for UPS.
UPS. So many
I was a
PSs. Oh, here we go. Marvelous.
That's why when, if like the boys in brown are lucky if they shit their pants, it just
As a matter of
camouflage
fact,
into their uniform.
we have an envelope right here. Where did this come from? And the winner,
I guess it got delivered.
Is the Los Angeles Dodgers for the
Well deserved.
champions. Well deserved, and I don't see them going away anytime soon.
Especially when they get Scooble.
Espe-
Yeah, the Dodgers have to be the 2026 favorite to win the World Series. Not only is their lineup stacked with future Hall of Famers, but their rotation is as well. This may be the most dominant team that we have ever seen in my lifetime. It compares right up to those Yankee teams of the early 2000s. But when you have Freddie Freeman, Mookie, I almost said Mookie Blaylock, Mookie Betts, just who was it? Will Smith, Shohei Ohtani, Yamamoto. There's another Asian pitcher, I forget his name.
Sasaki.
Blake Snell. Yeah, Roki Sasaki.
Mm-hmm.
Blake Snell. Do they still have Tyler Glasgow?
They do have Tyler Glass now.
It's hard to not only win a game but a series from the LA Dodgers. I wish these days I wish I was Benny the Jet Rodriguez just so I could steal home and be part of the team. But I am not. I hope they just send me an honorary World Series ring next year because they should probably be the favorites to win it again.
Do you think that, because I'm not a MLB historian, if they trade for Scooble, they could be on the short list for the best team of all time?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It,
I don't know if you know much about the late 90s Seattle Mariners, but they were probably the greatest team to never win a World Series. They had Randy Johnson, they had A-Rod, Griffey, the Martinez boys, and I feel like I'm
Ichiro on that
forgetting.
team?
What's that?
Was it Ichiro on that team?
Later. Yeah, I mean he was in about 2001, but I believe the team that had the best record in the AL ever. Was either 2001 or 97 or something. But yeah, I mean the talent on that team was ridiculous. Um, you know, it's similar to the Blue Jays of last year, and you have a stacked lineup in any other year, any other era. The Blue Jays are winning that World Series, but we should just start calling the Dodgers the Dream Shatterers, because they will shatter every single team, every single player's dreams of winning a World Series.
Hmm. And that was our last category.
And so, thank you for joining us here at the New Leaf News Leafies, the first annual. I hope everyone that received an award, maybe we'll be able to get some speeches next year from our villains and our teams and our MVPs. But this year, I think it was a success.
Hmm.
Um, we had, a voting system, so we didn't just make up the winners like all you guys think we did. We had a voting system of millions of votes that were, calculated, went through an algorithm and spit out the winner. Mailed it to us. Lawson just got the last envelope, luckily mailed through USPS, and we hope that you join us next year for our second annual Leafy Awards ceremony. Here at the Legends Clubhouse, we will be back next year. Yes, I said next year, 2026.
6.
Lawson, he must have had a brain fart or something and not knew what year it was, or he
I
was
had to check
time
my
traveling
watch.
this morning. Were you time traveling this morning? Because you're all blurry behind you.
Yeah, dude. I hit a button and now I don't know what happened.
All right.
Hopefully I wake
So,
hopefully I wake up and I'm fixed and we're in 2026.
yeah. So it is New Year's Eve, and I didn't really want to stray away from our awards ceremony today, but since we
Hmm.
have a few extra minutes, what are your plans on bringing in the new year tonight?
Me and some friends, we're just gonna hang out, relax, woosah, and enjoy the camaraderie. And for me, this time of the year, the end of the year, it's more of a reflection thing. And I don't write resolutions. I plan super small things. So I mean, I guess you could kind of say, resolutions per se. But 2026 is gonna be big. It's gonna be the best year yet, and I'm super excited. What do you do to celebrate New Year's? And what are you doing
Um,
tonight?
we are going to the girlfriend's parents. We'll probably play some games, probably have some drinks. Um, and probably eat some food. We're gonna be taking it easy tonight, which is fine with me. And that's about it. We're bringing in
Awesome.
2026 with loved ones, so that's good enough for us. And we look forward to seeing what 2026 brings us, and hope everyone is safe and drinks responsibly, parties responsibly, have a good time, wait for that ball to drop, make sure that ball doesn't drop on your face. Um, and for those that go to Times Square, good luck and wear a diaper.
Wear a diaper?
Yeah, you're not allowed to leave Times Square once you enter it, and they don't have bathrooms. So, like, literally, like, people will wear diapers.
That's that's OD. That's just
Yeah.
overdoing it. Absolutely not.
So,
It's funny.
but thank you for joining us here today. We will be back next year on Friday.
But
Um, same time, same network over on YouTube under the New Leaf News YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you check us out on Friday if you haven't checked us out today or previous to this. Go over to newleafnews.com/network. Both of them take you to the same great site. I have a feeling that 2026 will be a even better year than our inaugural year of 2025. We are now almost 1 year old, And so go over to check out newleafnews.com/network for your entertainment, your sports, your horoscopes, your murder shit, your gaming, whatever you're interested in, we probably provide it. So enjoy our articles. A shout out to our team over at New Leaf News. You guys have been doing great. We appreciate all your hard work, and we love reading your content. Go check us out on our social media. If you're on social media, who isn't these days? So, we are on Instagram, X, Blue Sky, Facebook, and TikTok at New Leaf News. Go check myself out at Bobby Kaboose on Instagram, on X. That is at Lawson_1226 on those two platforms as well. Hey, we're right around the corner from the 64-bit Legends Rumble. Be on the lookout if you are a fan of podcasts, especially wrestling. Check us out over at 64-bit Legends on X or on Instagram. About 30 of your favorite realistic, non-realistic wrestlers are going to be making their debuts for the 2026 64-bit Legends Rumble. So be on the checkout for that. Otherwise, Lawson, if you want to take us out, Happy New Year. Thanks for a great 2025, and we look forward to the future.
And with looking into the future, we hope you enjoy your future later tonight. And once again, if you're going to drink safe, get a designated driver, call an Uber, be safe tonight. For New Leaf News and Legends Clubhouse, I am Lawson Turner, and that right there is Bobby Kaboose. We will see you beautiful people next year, but on Friday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, we hope you guys enjoy your New Year's, and we'll see you guys on Friday. Until next time, peace.